looking at my characters, I didn't know this, but I just realized that a lot of them have a K for their name.
Wow.
I don't know how that happened, but it did.
That can happen a lot if you're not specifically trying to avoid it.
These things happen. Alright. You're all gathered in a large hall in the kingdom of Farsund. A very large, ornate room. It's dark. With several pillars, several hallways, vestibules, lyceums. An official stands at a podium, way high on the stage. Peppered hair, darkened eyes, hidden by a plague doctor's mask. At his side, you see several holy symbols, belonging to the god of Norden. And on his back is a very large claymore. Oh yes, excellent. All of you here have been hired, conscripted, for his holy service, for our Lord the King, Lord Shadowtongue, the Supreme Grand Master, Brigadier General of all. Some of you are under his protection, depths washed away by his hand, by his mercy, for his glory. He has decreed that we must go beyond the reaches of our lands once more to try to see if we can break a foul of this prison that we have been set way up north, which we are closest. We do not know what is up ahead. That is what we'll all find out. Over 20,000 of you have gathered in this hall. 10 regiments, all led by your own officers. May the wrath of Norden follow you, and Alante's gaze. Yes. For those of you who do survive, may you be granted citizenship in our territory. If you do not, maybe someone will remember you. Carry on, Wood. So he walks away. The hall's very quiet. Every capable, non-capable looking folk, soldier, hell, even farmers were literally like pulled into this. Peasants. You didn't even know if any of these folk can actually hold a sword or try to stab or poke properly. Not looking really bright. So, for the characters that you will be sending, I want you to pick. Let's go with the first regiment. Pick a character right now. So we're going to start again with Volvo. And then we're going to go down to Mecha, then Geek, and Pine, and then Monster. So Volvo, who will you be sending?
His name is Grayax Elixon, a silver dragonborn.
Okay. Next.
His name is Word, and is a Goliath, blackish stone color skin.
Okay. Geek.
I'll be sending Val, Lone Hunter, a grayskin barbarian. Goliath barbarian. My bad.
Okay. And Pine?
For the first regiment, I'll send in a red dragonborn named Sora and a halfling named Gilbert.
Oh, pick one. Pick one.
Oh, just one?
Yeah.
Sora.
Okay. So, and the last one is Monster.
Lenyard Spotty Farsight Carter, a gnomish gunslinger.
All right. Go ahead and type those names for me for record in the Roll20 chat. Put it there. That way, as we go about it, then I can try to remember. I can actually remember and recall it because we're gonna be going through like Honey's characters. Do-do-do-do-do. All right, so for your first regiment, you will be led by a albino dragonborn. She is a life cleric of Sethranta. From the armaments you see on her, she has very shoddy chainmail, a shield, and a spear in hand. She doesn't seem too crazy confident about this whole thing. She's very nervous and fidgety. Yet for those that are in a panic or who may be slightly wounded or diseased from on their trip to Farson or who had suffered frostbite, she goes to heal them. Even she herself doesn't, feel too spry about this whole ordeal. So we have Lineared, Volley, Sora, Word, and Grey Axe. You're all huddled together. You all make this trip together on different parts of the world, barely surviving, even up till now. Again, you're going to be thrown into somewhere that you have never gone before, and you probably won't come back. So, this is your chance. Go ahead and roleplay something up. Let's start with Mecha. With a word. You guys want to put down? We don't have to, but it's up to you guys. If not, then your CO will come around. Arava is her name. She looks at all of you who are in a
Oh, there we go. Sorry, my mic was dead.
Okay. In a dead silence. Give what prayers you can. You will need them. Maybe the great Lady Sethranta may be able to save your souls. This will be a hard journey.
Well, Ward looks around, and as he's kind of perusing around and seeing his first regiment, seeing the shabby, little people, looks around and you see this fellow Goliath, and he's like, sizing him up a little bit with his warhammer. He's just silently looking around and thinking in his head, they're not going to live for a moment after we step out these doors. I better make sure I take care of myself. But he just keeps his thoughts to himself.
All right.
Lenny is vibrating with a concerning level of excitement.
And everyone can see this, by the way.
Yes. An excitement that he should not be feeling.
Ward nervously taps his warhammer as he inches a little bit further away from this Lenny guy.
Oh, wait, where you going over there? Are we stepping out already?
Give him a right from my right eye. Give Lenny a glance, and Ward's just grunts, turns away and just walks down to sit down.
Oh, not a sparkling conversationalist, are you? Oh well.
Arava just chuckles and watches your dialogue between each other. Good to have a small respite from your actions. I appreciated you. Did anyone else want to interject, by the way?
Sora's just standing there smiling.
You seem to be in great spirits.
Yeah. I apologize. Are you talking to me?
Both of you.
Oh, well, it's not every day you get to step foot into unexplored lands, right? It's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Indeed. She chuckles lightly, and it definitely helps take the edge off her. She no longer has that that countenance where she's, you know, concerned and worried and uber nervous.
I mean, I
Val's-
feel pretty good.
I mean, it
I'm
helps.
alive right now.
Yeah, make it almost sound like a bad desperate thing.
Whoops. My bad.
Nah, I just played. All right. Anyone else that was to add on or interject?
Yeah, Val's probably furthest from the group, probably some corner, probably cleaning his great axe.
Right.
Probably just
Alright.
eyeing the room, probably eyeing the door, probably thinking about just leaving, saying fuck it. I'll take my chances.
I
We'll
firmly
see.
believe this expedition will go swimmingly.
I have my reservations. It's not my war. It's forced to be here.
Always look on the brighter side, my friend.
Mm. Not in my line of work.
Interesting.
All right. So we have Voli and Verax tucked in the corner, while the rest of the folk, which would be Word, Sora, and Lenny, who are conversing with Avara. No, Arava, sorry. So far, so good. You guys want to add anything more before we move on?
Pay. What is going to be the pay?
Let's see. Well, the pay is when you come back. But you don't know anything yet. But it will be quite handsomely. A good amount of gold.
Here for a good time, not a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Where just raises a brow in his mind, having a conversation with himself, like, foolish question. You must live first before you get anything. Of course, he didn't say any of that, but he just says it in his head.
Isn't the adventure reward enough? I mean, imagine seeing lands.
That'd be pretty dope.
Excuse me. Seeing lands that have thus far been unseen by eyeballs.
Val just walks away.
I'm just saying. Eyeballs are important, and what the eyeballs don't see are what the soul misses.
Where it's just tempted to pluck out his eyeballs.
Oh, I need those eyes.
Of course, you know, doesn't say anything, but looks at him.
Oh.
Yeah.
he's just doing these things. All right.
Every now and then, one of Lenny's eyes twitches.
Eyeball twitch. Okay. Let's take a look. The doors start to creak open. Several chains move. Mechanisms unlocking from themselves. And you hear the humming sound, flame, and thunder working in unison way on overhead. See magic funnels it way on, like cables. Start from one line to another, and it spans across as though you're looking at the whole anatomy of an arm and its veins, its own nervous system. It was as though something in here with you is also breathing. As the door finally creaks open, a portcullis of a steel wall slowly rises on high. Another door behind it. slow, cold winds make way, rushing over your skin. Everyone is filled with that breath that one takes when they're about to die. That breath that one takes when they're born. This is it. Whatever faith you have, the only thing you can keep. Leave it, it will always stay with you. As the flag is raised for the first regiment, there's no horn sound. Everyone's uncertain. And a slow march begins for this Exodus expedition. The whole lot being either ex-prisoners or current convicts, pardoned, hired, extorted, drafted, conscripted. Band of misfits, even with a huge number, has its own power, yet how long can it last? As you are also met with a harsh reality. Through your armor and skin, hear it. It is starting to rise heavily. The wind becoming even more stronger. The falling of light snow. Ice forming right before you and breaking at the same time. The endless cycle of rebirth. Living, creating, living only to grow old and die, and then reforming. Is this your way of being recreated again? Start a new life? Or was it just an end to everything? You march out. There is no war cry. There is no shout to glory. This is just a slow, sad song of 20,000 lives being sentenced to death for another soul's purpose. This is what fate gave you. When you fall, will you rise again? And who will rise with you? You look to your sides and those you exchange few words with. You hear in your heart, amongst many others, even if it's not spoken. I don't want to die. I want to live. Your commanding officer, Arava speaks. Alright, everyone. Stick close together. Maintain what leathers and cloth and furs you have. They'll be far much away before we can make camp. From what I've known and from what the rangers have told us and the information we were given, we'll be going to Frostbite Valley. Shit. He's shivering. You can even see the icicles forming on her body. And for those who take a loud sneeze, it just gets clogged up by just snow going right up with their nose. Talk about riding the white tiger that way. Okay. Is there anything that you guys would like to interject with? You guys like to move on?
I just comment, I'm waiting for the temperature to drop. This is nothing. And I just stretch.
As a Goliath, I'm just thinking, this is nothing. This is summer in my hometown, and I'm looking around, seeing people shivering. I'm like, yeah, I knew it. They're probably gonna drop that pretty soon. That's okay. I'm gonna keep going.
All right.
Nothing like cool weather to feel refreshed.
Sorry, goes. I feel alive and dead.
Team positivity over here.
Yes.
All right.
I feel like making a snow angel. That's not true. This sucks actually really badly.
Temperature starts to drop even more further as you go closer to your destination, becoming very, very cumbersome and annoying. All right. As you make way through whatever hail and snow and winds that you can make out of, even with your vision, it's hard to say. Sometimes you would almost trip and fall over a rock, what stone you see, maybe even a dead body, you're not even sure. Sometimes when you step on something, it doesn't sound like ice breaking, it sounds like the snapping of bones. Arxis left over from a kill, maybe? Hard to say. Sometimes you manage to concentrate good enough and wipe the snow away from your eyes, see something akin to a mountain. Alright everyone, I believe we're almost near the Frostbite Valley. Frostbite Valley as it is, you're definitely feeling that on your skin. Not right, it's as though it's a blight upon you. And the amount of it starts to encircle around your heart like a tornado and in your lungs. Icicles literally forming right on top of your lungs and just piercing them. Time and time again.
Ow.
As you make way, you hear a loud sound. A guttural roar. That's a 1. And it rises. A second time. That 2 also rises. And it keeps going like a chorus. A hymn. A cacophony of brutal savagery. For down below erupts several large yetis. They all breathe large cones of frost, wiping out almost half of your regiment. There's at least 50 of these yetis here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. See how we can go about this.
Time to get the blood pumping.
Alright.
I sure hope this rifle works in this cold weather.
So we're gonna go from the top. We got Volvo. Alright, Volvo. Roll me a d20 plus 5. So you guys will have the standard plus 5 modifiers to keep it as fair as you can. So how do you want to try to approach these yetis? Do you want to try to give out a command? Do you want to try to lead? Or do you want to try to do a solo act?
I'll try to lead.
Alright, tell me how you do so.
I'll command half of the people that are left to start flanking the sides of one of the Yetis, and the other half to kind of like start boxing them in. Pincer formation.
Are you trying to have your friends help you pincer a Yeti or hit them from the back or what?
Yeah. Pincer.
Alright. You go ahead and roll me. Okay. Your first option and tactic does go swimmingly. You do surround the Yeti. You do offer a pincer attack to it. It is locked. It, however, is still standing and is still fighting you guys off quite well. Alright, next we have Word. What do you do?
All right. Knowing these from my hometown, it'd be the better valor to make sure to back each other up. So I see, sorry, what's Axel's character? What's his name?
Correct.
Grayak. I see Grayak going forward, and I do a follow-up to just make a mighty leaping charge to start attacking him directly.
All right. You're just trying to smack with your hammer, all right? The shark falls through. You leap on forward, grab the horn, and smack with your warhammer right into the Yeti's mouth. It shakes you off, but before leaving its grasp, or the grasp onto the horn, you flip around, and you break off part of its horn. So far, so good. So far, so good. We have Volley. What are you doing? Your turn.
I think, sorry. While that's happening, I think I run up and try to swing upward with my great axe at the legs, trying to cut his movement down.
Trying to hamstring him. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll me that.
Oop. It's been a while.
Your attack does not go the way it wants to. The moment you try to uppercut right over to its hamstring, not long after it launched Word lands near you, but he dodged out the way. The large gale of wind and snow from the movement basically blockades your vision. It causes you as it turns around, and one of its hands sweeps harshly right near your face. It cleaves right into your clavicle. It leaves you a very serious and mortal wound, but you are still alive for now. All right, Sora, it's your turn.
Oh, am I allowed to, while attacking, using my ancestral protectors and raging?
We're not at that point yet. It's more of the more narrative aspect, yeah. But everything will be at a +5. So if you want to use, like, you know, ability stuff, yeah, sure. But it's not important. But if you want to do that, that's perfectly fine. Like, I did leave that as an option for you guys. So tell me what you want to do, and then we'll go with that.
Well, Sora's gonna come and attack from the side, straight on and swinging.
Just gonna go on swinging. Okay. Roll me that D20 +5, sister. Oh, she got 17.
Oh my.
So you move quickly. The power and spirit of your ancestors falling right after you, helping you guide your strike. It bites right into the flesh of the Yeti. It tries to do a back elbow into your face, but you manage to dodge out the way, and just riding your weapon right across his body. It breathes profusely, but it's still standing.
She's wooing as she's doing this.
All right, monster. I mean, Lenny, what do you want to do?
Are we on flat land, or is there like a sharp incline or anything there?
It's all difficult terrain. Like, it's all unsteady and uneven. You're literally in a huge valley that has a lot of cracks of ice and snow and hills and rock and stuff.
Okay. So, if I made a super large noise, could that cause an avalanche?
Possibly.
Okay.
Depends on your dice there, buddy.
On one hand, that could be a really good idea. On the other hand, if I don't want to do it, my rifle, and consequentially, I am useless. Wonderful.
I don't know. Try it. It made a loud noise before you got here. They ambushed you guys. Well, they ambushed you guys.
Okay. I guess I'll just take a shot at a Yeti that isn't looking in my general direction then.
All right.
I know it. Karmic retribution.
I told you. What did I tell you?
I told myself.
Oh gosh.
You fucked yourself. You had sex with yourself. All right. So Lenny, you let loose a thunderous sound from your rifle, and sadly, with this weather, you know it gets in your eye. You're scoping things. It doesn't work out well for you. The snow definitely has built up in your rifle, and it causes it to backfire slightly. You managed to try to fix it in time, but your attack did nothing. All right, people. Now here's how rough it's gonna be. Woo! Now it's my turn to see how severe it is for all of you.
I knew I should have tried the barrel out before shooting it. Ah!
Okay, that's not good. Okay. So the Yetis have breathed several cones of cold in a lot of your faces, and the one that you all are concentrating on has cleaved severely into your flesh. Now, with this cold and the wind, it will seep into your body, and you will need medical attention. So here's the next thing. Now we see. All right. How many of you will actually survive this? All right, everyone has to roll me a flat d20. Go ahead. Roll.
Okay.
Oh dear God.
Oh boy.
Boy. Okay.
Well then.
We'll never forget you.
I'll tell you a story.
Well, she won't be alone, so.
Yeah, exactly.
So, both Word and Sora are the casualties for the 1st Regiment. So Sora gave the lives to fight against the Yeti and gets gored in the process. Word leads with a great hammer strike right into the face of the Yeti, but at the same time endures a pure blast of cold to his face and just becomes a complete statue of ice. And so the 1st Regiment made it into Frost Valley. All right, so make sure to do the note that your guys and the 1st Regiment, those who ascended, just write whether the ones you sent either lived or died. Yeah.
KIA.
That did not last long.
Now, I gotta do this for this character. Let's see what they do. Oh, all right. So, Arava tries her best to try to heal people who were severely hurt, but gets blasted in the process. So she is KO'd. Yep, her CO is gone. Yeah, that's tactical panic. Yep.
So much for Mother Healbot.
So much for Mama Healbot. Yeah, she would have been a great help. Too bad.
We did not protect the healer.
We were not prepared.
Yeah.
Feel the hatred of 10,000 degrees below zero.
Talk about being all crazy and shit and getting knocked out, son. All right. So that's what's happening to 1st Regiment. And you guys will probably get another CO soon. Hold on. Okay. It's so bad. All right. So while this fight is going on, all right, 2nd Regiment. Who's in it?
A gold dragonborn named Medchris Vampin.
Got a copper dragonborn called Uric Forgeblade.
Have a wood elf named Alo Duskwalker.
All right.
I have a halfling named Gilbert.
Gilbert and friends. And monster? Who are you sending?
Hmm. I think I'm going to send Kazakh Nature Hand Voklandiosis, my male Goliath druid.
I love
Wow.
that name.
Wow.
All right. Well, type his name out. Step of the bit. All right. Well then. All right. So your regiment was a bit far behind of the first one. You come upon and see the action was happening to the first regiment, who were being ambushed by these Yetis. All right. Let's go. We can definitely do some dialogue shit here real quick. So we'll start with Volvo's character, who is Medchris. You see combat in the distance, but you're squinting your eyes out. It's hard to note. Your allies with you are hearing sounds of battle as well, but it's hard to see what it is. Let loose the dialogue.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, seems like we have combat ahead of us. I would advise everyone to be on their guard.
Oh god.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I got your back.
Yeah, look around and look at him and says, "Do not worry, brother. You will see glorious battle, and may our names be staked on this day." He's just clashing his shield and his sword.
Whoa, man, that's it's a little much. It's a little much.
Look at him. It's okay. My glorious form is too much for many people, but that's all right.
I personally thought it was rather fitting.
As long as we have each other's back, we should be fine. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Do not worry, for I am here.
Meanwhile, the halfling's like,
Is that at all?
Yeah, I think Alo just rolls his eyes. Like,
all right, Gilbert. I heard you was about to say something. Go on. Fine. Wait,
whoa.
Come on, little one.
is she alive?
What's on your mind?
Yeah.
Okay. What were you gonna say?
I was not going to say anything.
Oh, okay. All right then. Here we go. This gonna be some shit. All right,
Don't worry. There's no need to fear.
Medchris.
Just hide behind Mr. Hero over there.
What would you like to do, Medchris?
Okay, so we can hear combat, but we don't see anything attacking us, right?
Nope. So you can just move on up and start fighting, or you can tell your folks what you can do.
I would advise for people to go for the legs. And I run in combat. And I'm gonna go for whatever legs I can. Yeah.
All right. As you are running into combat, you hear this loud screeching sound. And from the sky, they come tumbling. Like bats. Like hawks. And they give their wings to something akin to like that of a scorpion. Almost draconic, like with scales. There's 100 of them. And they interfere with your plan. Your next opponents. As they spit and shoot vile, poisonous thorns. Alright. So now you're dealing with airborne enemies. Do you still wish to charge ahead?
No,
What do you want to do with
I'm
Okay.
advise everyone to get in a defense formation, and those with shields put them up and counter the creatures that are shooting over.
All right, let's see how your orders and tactic work. Roll me a d20 plus 5.
Oh god.
You try to yell
Oh,
back the commands, but through the howling and screeching, no one hears it, and you get pelted by several thorns amongst the other troops. A quarter of the 2nd Regiment has already been accosted.
Yeah.
All right, Unforged Blade.
All right. So, Eric, seeing the flying tail scorpion thing, starts pounding his shield, just going, "Come at me, you bastard!" and just breathes out a cone of fire at them, using his Dragonborn abilities.
All right, let's see how well it goes. Roll me that dice. As you try to breathe it out, the timing went terrible as the winding cold extinguishes your breath. All right. So we got, let's see. Okay. Aloe, your turn.
Are there any trees or cover? Anything to hide behind?
You can hide behind a dead body. The environment you have, not really. You hide behind a dead body with someone who's just standing in fear.
Let's see. Do I see one of the creatures low enough to the ground, maybe attacking somebody else?
Yes, they're already like dive bombing into you guys and then some.
Well, I mean, like, is one like hovering, attacking someone currently?
They all are doing things down on the ground and in the air. Yes.
Well, okay.
I'm just gonna say yes.
I want to stealth, and I want to try to backstab one that's low enough to the ground that I can jump up onto.
All right. Go ahead and roll me that dice.
Okay, don't fuck me, dice.
Don't you
jeez. Oh,
never curse the dice.
Knock on the damn freaking door. Oh gosh.
So as you stealth on through, you lose your footing, and a large crack of ice goes through, and you also feel something else grabbing your foot. You also see bone down below. You start to see water. You might be standing on a lake. You have no clue. But then a large crack is loud enough that next to your prey, it turns around, one large tail, whoosh, rebukes you right in the face. Okay, so that's 3 people in a row that have not done so well. All right. Okay, Gilbert, your turn. What do you want to do? This is not looking good.
Oh gosh, this regiment's screwed.
This is so bad.
Also, just one word of a suggestion. So the way that Saw's doing it, I could tell, like, just describe what you want to do, essentially, because it's just a mass like battle, and you just need to describe it, and then from there, it's just a roll, just plain one flat roll. So just think the coolest thing you could possibly think of, and see how whether you succeed or not. So.
Yep. I mean, they all have their own like DC hits, but
Exactly.
you guys rolled too low for it to even matter.
Oh, shit it. Fine, you there?
I'm here.
I think she's thinking
Okay.
really hard.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's my turn, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Well, I would love to cast. Oh, well, actually.
Yeah, you can. If you want.
What is the closest? Like, how far is the closest?
They're all
one?
down there. Like, it's all hell. Yeah.
Okay. I would love to cast Enemies Abound on one of them.
And is what now?
Enemies Abound.
What's that do? Hold on. What spell is that?
You reach in the mind of one creature you can see and force it to make an intelligence saving throw. Creature automatically succeeds if it's immune to being frightened. On a failed save, the target loses the ability to distinguish friends from foe, regarding all creatures it can see as enemies until the spell ends. And
So
each time the target takes damage, it can repeat the saving throw.
does it kind of like make it panic or something, or?
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, you trying to fear bomb this bitch? I see you what. Okay, so for what I'm seeing here, so your tactic is you want to fear bomb this dude and have it like just go and hit like anything or like its own species or like what?
Yeah.
Or have it flee. You want it to flee?
Well, it would be attacking pretty much anything, to be honest.
All right,
If you
let's
cast enemies
see
abound.
how well it will attack either your allies or the enemy.
Oh,
But let's go with that. Either your allies or the enemy. So roll me that dice.
With a +5?
Yes.
Yep. All the
These are my
dead
rolls.
ones.
All right. So the
There we go.
Nightmare Child Wyverns will the one he cast it on is literally I just go and it just flies straight forward and bumps into another one and just immediately starts attacking it. And
Perfect.
when it runs into one, it runs into another one, and it just in a panic, it just cuts most of its kind. Like your allies manage to dodge out the way. It's seeing like this one's fucking nuts, and they're just staying away from it. So there's that. It's causing pandemonium.
Gilbert's giggling.
All right, and then last we have Monster.
Okay.
Somebody talking shit about you, Mecca Vovo in chat.
Well, because you should have bought a hat then.
No, I'm saying
Oh,
both of you are being
Squeaks?
tucked. Yeah, it squeaks.
Squeaks, I will destroy you.
Squeaks, squeaks.
All right.
Okay. I
Look at
would
this.
like to cast Thorn Whip on one, preferably in the air, but it doesn't matter.
Okay.
And I'd like to try and pull it into another, if possible.
Okay. Roll me them dice. See how it goes.
Okay.
All right, you rope onto one wyvern's leg, and with what strength you have, you slam it into not just one, but into two, and cause a dispute between these three wyverns to go ham on each other. So far, so good. Now it's my turn. So since 3 people fail, this is what I get. Okay, well, same as before. All right, everybody. Roll me a d20. Here we go. Let's see who lives and who dies.
wow.
F.
I think we need one more roll, right?
Wait, oh, that's me. Sorry.
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh. Oh my god. Okay.
Another one bites it down.
God damn. All right. So the next auxiliary troops that come to back up the next secondary line behind the first regiment is oof. It barely survives, but most of it utterly like is decimated and will fuse with the first regiment to compensate. Now I gotta roll this one dude over here real quick. Let's see what happens to them. Oh my god. Okay, so both the first and second regiments are just in a panic and they're losing their forces really fast. So Axon's character, you're still trying to maintain your shield, but you get thorns lodged into your sides. You become a pincushion. Aloe, Geek 40's character, with his desperate sneak attack maneuver, well, he actually helped trigger the other thing that happens. He gets pulled into the ice-cold waters by something else and doesn't come back up.
Oh no.
Gilbert, through stealth and cunning, manages to barely survive. And lastly, for Monster's character, they well, while fleeing, 3 of the wyverns that were fighting each other, he accidentally gets caught up in it and gets torn into shreds. All right, so
Oh.
both the commanding officers for both regiments are gone. They are dead and kicked off. And the thing is, this guy was a central part that actually gave a bonus for you guys' survival, but you guys rolled so low it didn't even matter. So he's dead. All right.
I apologize. Can you list off all the people that died in that fiasco again?
The only person that survived is Gilbert.
Amazing.
Oh, God.
Who didn't want to go
Goodbye.
into battle in the first place.
So yeah, that is what is going on.
Or Gilbert.
All right, 3rd Regiment, who's in?
That would be Ran Neresk. He is a human knight.
I have Marduk. He's a Teutonrian Komodo dragon, and he's an artificer.
You said a Tarian Komodo dragon?
Yeah, Teutonrian.
Oh, Sutonrian, not
Yes,
Tonrian. Yeah, I was about to say, like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Ooh, alright.
Is my mic still on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can't hear myself. Oh, there we go. I'm sending in Sue, Windwood, Wood Elf, Monk.
Alright.
I'm sending in a dwarf named Kilio.
Alright.
Okay. Fergan Diamondstock, a dwarfen warlock.
Alright.
What was that? What was that sigh though? Like,
Just
like
Main
you just,
decision.
oh, I thought you just really didn't want to send them in.
No.
Alright. So, 3rd Regiment, you're making you were onward into the Frostbite Valley. You see the wyverns and the yetis are still abound. The fight is still not over. You're literally the cleanup crew. Let's see how well you do with this. Alright. Ran is up first.
I'm going to try to run up and cut off one of the creature's wings.
Alright. Give me that roll. Okay. You managed to rush on forward despite the 2nd and 1st Regiment in disarray, either being routed, fleeing, or dying. You slice into one of the Nightmare Child wyverns. Excellent. All right, next.
All right. So you see this cloaked figure, Marduk, activates some magical boots that he has, where he's able to jump up in the air and do like one of those air jumps 3 times, and he just pounds down with his gauntless fists onto the ground, basically doing like a shockwave for it to get to try to get the eddies in front.
All right. You there, baby.
Oh gosh!
Woo! And his grandeur display with his devices. He bomb dives right into the ice and cracks open the ground. And there's more water
God damn.
and bones moving about. You also you get to see somebody drowning and trying to gasp for air and are being pulled somewhere away. Yes, your character sees Aloe dying and drowning.
God damn.
All right. Next.
Savage.
I don't even know how to feel about that. Oh my god. Okay. Let me try to recover.
That's war, baby. That's just war.
Susie goes after the first creature he sees with his pole arm and just starts swinging around like in a kung fu movie and thrust it, trying to go for the head.
Water. All right, go for it.
And
Oh!
Oh gosh.
Feels
Those
bad,
rolls.
man.
In the midst of your
Those
attack,
rolls.
landing what blows you can. Your polearm also strikes a little bit off kilter and strikes into the ice and cracks it. In the midst of that, while trying to pull it out, a wyvern comes and strikes on you, lifting you into the sky. You get abducted. All right, next.
Well, my dwarf sees all this. Goes, fuck. This is insane, and she just starts raging. And she just starts swinging at the like nearest creature with her great axe.
All right. All right. You swing wildly, you match a cut into one, and slide into and bump to a bunch of people. And being a dwarf is kind of tough. One of your wild swing hits the polearm that was lodged in ice, and it flips on over and bonks you on the backside of your head, along with the ice.
wow.
Ow, 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 why?
Next. This is not looking good.
This is going down terrible.
That's so bad. I don't even know what to say anymore.
I'm telling you, there are evil forces at work here. Well, evil, how about you taste some of your own? And he casts Eldritch Blast.
All right. Let's see. Oh.
Yeah.
You send out many eldritch blasts as much as you can. One of them accidentally conducts electricity onto the polearm and shocks a short dwarf along the way, which also extends to a broken part of ice, and it goes into the water. One person has their foot in it and gets shocked. I think we all know who that is. And there's a lot of bubbles happening from one part of the ice. And then the bubbles stop.
Oh no. Evil. It's taken complete control.
Alright. Let's see.
Oh gosh.
Okay, this one survives. They are Ravon, a black dragonborn barbarian. He comes in swinging. He helps a lot of you pull out in an attempt to save your lives as best as he can, and he's leading the charge. So he's absorbing the 1st and 2nd regiment in under his command. All right, now with his success, but there's also a lot of negatives. So let's see how this goes.
Even when the commanding officer succeeds, we weigh him down so hard.
All right, go ahead and roll a d20. Go ahead and roll a d20. Everybody, just don't go below 8. Oh god.
No!
Oh gosh.
Oh my god!
Wow. I'm done.
Easy clap.
I'm done.
Easy clap.
Shit.
Man.
I hate this so much.
You guys spam some easy claps in chat.
I think I'm just gonna retire the rest of my character.
All right, so
Amazing.
what happens is another odd limb pulls Marduk way down into the depths. A strand conical smacks Ran in the face, and a wyvern carrying somebody smashes into him, shattering him whole, and the remnants impale all over the body of this unfortunate person that got carried away by said wyvern. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
And so Kelia and what was the name? Bergen survive. So
Yeah.
write that down for those who lived or who died. Okay, so
Surprise.
Is that the two dwarves survived and only them?
I guess so.
Amazing.
Oh boy.
So that is a great victory. Okay. So you two can have some dialogue.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm beginning to think I've been misled.
I'm surprised we survived.
By all accounts, we shouldn't have.
Right? Like, oh crap.
I think she's speaking both in and out of character at the same time. Anything else you guys want to exchange a dialogue? You're also your commanding officer now comes around and goes, "Are you all well? Are you okay? You have survived thus far. There's still more."
Fergan slowly nods, but is just now slack-jawed.
Are you okay?
He continues nodding, regardless if that was directed at him or not.
It could be directed at both of them.
Eventually, the nod slowly turns into a head shake.
Kelia just gives 2 thumbs up. Just, yeah, this is amazing.
Oh no. Oh, this is so terrible.
All right.
When you told us almost all these characters were gonna die, I didn't know they'd die like this.
Oh. You see,
Oh no.
this is part where I'm gonna do the thing with the hands and the guy with the whole History Channel thing and aliens. I'm just gonna do. Hold on, let me just zoom in on my face here real quick. You see, dice, RNG. That's all I can say.
Yes.
Okay. So we move on to the 4th Regiment. Who's going?
Oh god.
Female human named Saru Grandgazer. She is a bard.
All right.
Okay.
I got a Kan Ojiro. He's a Shido Oni artificer.
Oh god. I have Tor Windwood. Wood Elf. Brother of Sue Winwood. Monk. Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me change my laugh here real quick. All right.
I've got a gnome named Brock, and he looks hippie as fuck. He's like, "What's up, dude?"
All right.
I'm just gonna put it out there. Tor is just horrified that he probably just saw his brother get carried off and killed. Completely horrified.
All right.
Dalen Kester, a human male peasant conscripted against his will into this, who is probably going to die immediately.
All right. So the 4th Regiment actually is led to try and flank your opponents. Yet not only that, through the tumbling of feet and the large sounds, much of the ground gives way, and out comes several of these creatures that are made of bone and ice infused all together. And from their eyes are these sapphires that are brimming with green energy, and it's pulling your life force into it. And they are a mixture of what, think of a Hercules beetle that could stand on its hind legs with hands that are as large as a gorilla and its face like that of a Komodo dragon.
Hey.
Yep.
There's Marduk's brothers and sisters.
Oh, you wish. All right.
Or long lost cousins.
All right. Sorrow's up first. What do you do?
I'm gonna look at one of the creatures and cast Dissonant Whispers on it.
Okay. Good. And what are you casting again?
Dissonant Whispers.
Okay. Go ahead. Up. So, you send your spell to cause great panic and confusion. It looked like it had started to take effect, yet the creature itself just banishes the spell and charges towards you. All right, next.
All right. As I see these creatures charging towards us, I use my ancient secret arts of the Oni, lifted up what looks like a samurai blade, and I start going hum to them, and it just basically casting a spell that just shoots a bright light to blind them.
All right. Let's see how it goes. All right, your blinding light does stop a creature in its tracks and actually manages to, well, especially this one, since it was about to go and slice Saru in half. Take the sword. All right, next. Thor Windwood.
I'm gonna run up to the creature that just got blinded and do Fury of Blows.
Okay, see how it goes. Woo! So you run up to the blinded creature, boom, and you basically do the Omae Homo Shinderu, and and break it apart, even smashing one of the sapphires. All right, Brock, what do you do?
Teamwork.
Well, first he's standing there, he's trying on a piece of leaf, and he's like, assessing the situation, and he conjures 4 wolves. I just goes, sick 'em boys, and the wolves charge.
All right, go. Let's see.
I swear if I get eaten by a wolf.
No!
So you try to send out the wolves, but the creatures swap them away with a oddly energized cleave.
God, my wolves!
Doesn't go well. Yep.
Oh my wow, Shinde Mark.
All right, Dalin, go for it. Your turn.
Well, seeing that everything is just going to straight hell and having absolutely no idea how to fight, he's going to fall back on what he's heard said and hope he actually understands. He's gonna run to a large group of people, shout, "Shield wall! Shield wall!" Raise his shield up in what he hopes is a coherent line and stab his spear at anything close enough to him.
So you're going for a defensive counterattack of measure, or just defensive purely?
Yes. Defensive counterattack.
All right, let's see how it goes.
Wow.
You make,
Nice.
with your loud shouts, many men and women band together with you and form a shield wall and strike back at the creatures while maintaining a high defense posture. And these creatures are held back. They crash against you like the waters on the rock and stone. So far, so good. So we have 3 people who succeeded. Okay. Let's see how this goes.
Oh, gosh.
Oh. right, well, I forgot to add the... Wait, hold on. Wait, which one was I supposed to do? Oh, I did that reverse the second time. Oh, sorry. So, oh, it doesn't matter. So this... So here's the bonuses that are actually supposed to be put under it. So you had 1, 2... Okay. Whatever you do, not roll below a 7. I'm gonna roll this again. All right. Well, your commanding officer also dies here too.
Of course he does.
The name was Drarsal, High Elf Grave Cleric. Oof, that's another cleric that's dead. Jesus.
Oh God, why?
Nice.
Yeah.
There you
nat
go.
20. Woo.
Oh.
Woo.
So Saru and Brock, they could not maintain a proper foothold and fall through
Damn.
the glacier, especially since some of them got sneak attacked and didn't end up well. All right, so since we're at the 4th one, okay, well, it's gonna get worse, by the way.
Oh God.
Very, very bad right
So,
now.
Saru and Brock died then.
Yeah, Saru and Brock die, and I just rolled something very, very terrible. Okay.
Goodbye, Brock.
So here's also what happens next. Okay, the people who survived. There's only 3 of you. You know who you are.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
You gotta roll another d20 again.
Oh gosh.
God damn it.
Whew.
Oh, please, please.
Ooh.
Ah.
Okay, you all manage to survive because what happens is you hear this horn and silent retreat after the commanding officer dies. And it's coming from the 1st Regiment. They are bombarding the area with basically portable cannons and spells. So the people that were fighting with you were also accosted. So those who got pulled underwater, like Saru and Brock, they also got hit by friendly fire. You almost all died by friendly fire.
Dang.
So
sucks.
it's a very costly retreat. So they bombarded that area. All right. Who's going to 5th Regiment to help bombard them?
There we go.
A female brass dragonborn named Amelia Imbertar, and she is a druid.
All right. I have a stout halfling called Jerem Ironheart, and he's an artificer. All artificers.
I have a half elf named Jay Blackroot Wizard.
All right.
I have a Kaishin fox named Kyoko. He's a bard.
Nice.
Okay. Let's go with this guy. Shakis Covel, a half-orc paladin.
All right. So you guys will actually get some bonus from this because of the results. So instead of rolling a +5, you will get another +2, so +7 in total.
All right.
Ooh.
Okay.
I like the sound of that.
Because you're at we're 5th Regiment now, so
Yeah,
things
no
are
kidding.
changed up for the
God.
great stakes. Okay, so as you're bombarding this whole area, you all hear this loud roar from the sky. It's a slow breath you all hear to your ear. And then it starts to change. Then you see in a great flash freeze, over half of the 5th Regiment is decimated by one large breath. And they all get shattered as a large being lands in the midst of it. This is a pure white dragon.
Oh hell!
Oh, damn it. All right, here we go. Dragon Sling time.
Yep. Oh, here we go, people.
Fun times.
Yep. Yep. So, first one up, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave at its feet.
Alright, let's see what happens. Do you get a +7? Alright. You push it away to give a more tactical advantage just for it to not decimate the rest of the forces. Especially you guys. Alright, next.
Alright. So Jerem, Ironheart, who likes the idea of having the title of Dragon Slayer, taps on his chest, his iron suit just comes out, goes over him, he starts flying in the air to shoot them shoot him with his iron cannon from his hand blast.
Alright. Alright, your assault lays heavily onto the dragon, keeping him busy. It roars defiantly, but you manage to maintain it. Good job. Next.
Let's see. I'm new to this wizard thing, so I'm reading real quick. I'm just gonna assume. I'm gonna just assume Jay was helping with the bombardment, so.
Yeah, you all were.
Okay. Hoping people won't be around it. He's gonna
Just say what you want to do, man.
Fire off. He's just gonna fire off. And hope for the best.
Alright, let's see.
Okay.
Your spell glances off of its thick hide as it resists it. Ouch.
That's not how that was supposed to go.
That's a high DC.
Next. We got Fine.
Let's see. Kyoko is actually going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on the dragon and make it.
She's gonna cast? What is it?
Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Okay. Go for it. Let's see how it goes. Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Wow.
Crit at that.
No. You typed it wrong.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, you rolled it to straight 20, that's why. You didn't write a 1d20.
Fuck my life. Well,
Oh,
still, I
gosh.
rolled an 18.
That's
Yeah.
actually good enough. Yep.
Woo!
The dragon itself starts to go into this weird hicking laughter and it tries to resist it as much as possible, yet it's very fettered and seems to be losing footing. It's hard for it to definitely concentrate severely. All right, next.
The dragon... Is the dragon flying?
No, it's on the ground. It's smashed right into
Okay.
you know, you're the field where with you guys.
Okay.
Yep.
Didn't know if it, like, took back off again or anything.
Not yet.
Okay.
We'll see when it's on its turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna charge right at the thing, shout, Norton shall suffer you no longer, and try to smite it.
Okay.
Oh,
Apparently Norton will suffer much longer.
And your striking dedication to Norden goes unfettered and unnoticed, and with a glancing blow, dink. Alrighty then.
the dragon keeps laughing. at you.
Alright, let's see how many we've had. You guys had some great successes. Oh yeah, you guys really did. Okay, well that means it can only
That was
roll
hidden shame.
about. Yes. Oh no!
Oh
Rip.
That's beyond terrible.
That is very beyond terrible. Alright, well that means you guys have to. Oh, oof, oof, oof.
Auto death
Ooh.
kill.
All right, so here's what's gonna happen. Okay, here's what's
All
good.
of these characters are now in the dead section of Group 5.
Well, no. Here's the thing that happens. So here's where I put. So This is gonna be so fucked up. All right, guys. First up is Volvo. You have to give me 3 d20s in a row. Let's see how it goes.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
All right. Next is. All right, Meko. I'm not saying anything yet. Oh. Ooh.
Oh gosh. Oh, sorry. I rolled that wrong. Sorry, my bad. And let me roll that other one. Right. All right, cool.
Okay. And next.
Wow. Wow.
Oh gosh.
All right, Pine.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
This is getting worse.
It's getting worse.
I
and
know
worse and worse.
Horrible.
Now it's monster. Well, hold on. The different factor is to see whether your commanding officer can pull it off. If he pulls it off, he can save you. So now it's monster.
Oh boy.
I need these 3 rolls, man. I ain't got time to bleed.
Oh gosh.
Oh god. Oh no.
Amazing. Oh my god.
Oh god. All right, this is not good. All right, well, wish me luck.
You are eating it right now. Oh my god.
That's
I
not
can feel
good.
it in my
Okay, that's really
bones.
good.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, that's
Okay,
actually really
okay.
good. So
Oh, God.
let's
Wow.
see who he can actually save. Who made the cut?
Monster, you're learning your lesson right now.
It's a lesson I know of.
All right,
Comic
so
retribution. I tried to outsmart karma. That was the problem.
Hamelia, Embatar, Jerem. Let me take a look at. Oof, no, you were so close, Jay. Kyoko, actually, wait, let me see Kyoko. What did she? Yeah, she
roll.
barely just made the cut, actually.
Oh.
Oh. And Shakis, nope, Shakis failed. So Kyoko and Jerem and Hamelia, you guys survived. So your commanding officer for this is the high elf war wizard named Evelios. So he basically smashes his staff and pulls off a Gandalf. It goes like, "You shall not pass!" But actually, he puts a big ass shield on those who can, who made it in time to be saved before a huge blast of frost hits the rest of the folk. And then it spins around with a tail swing to strike at everybody, shattering them like glass. This is really bad. And the sound of retreat is heard to back off, yet also the dragon sustained heavy damage as well and flies off.
Oof, thank God.
So those who survive, you can exchange dialogue.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Hey, we drove that thing off. Look at that. See? This suit is better than I thought.
Oh, your suit's, by the way, due to the damage, is permanently broken.
That's okay.
Hashtag get fucked. All right, here we go. God damn it. All right, so I'll let you guys have your dialogue before we continue. Anything you want to say?
Look at Amelia and say, "Hey, Amelia, you want to come help me with my suit a little bit?"
Oh, yeah, sure.
Kyoko, oh, sorry, go on.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Kyoko buddies up to the commanding officer, and she goes, "Man, you're my hero."
Here's his reply. Well, sister, just like magic and the dragon to not pass I could, I rearrange the alphabets of the magic circles to rearrange you and I together.
Oh,
Oh gosh.
All right.
She giggles at this.
Oh.
All right, we have it, people. There's somebody that is okay with flirting with a commanding officer now.
Giggity giggity.
I never had that happen, but I'm okay with this. I need more drama and shit. There's a lot of stuff.
Her tail flicks up and right underneath his chin. She walks off.
This is the part where there's gonna be a little soliloquy and a monologue for whoever can hear it, who's ever alive. Right, so Jerem is alive and Shakus is alive, so I guess this is what you guys can hear. So I'm gonna do this real quick. Right here's the crocodile tears. Who's the dame of the past and the hero with no future? She said no one's pulling out alone. Rather come out together. We'll all die together. It's straight to the end for us. Man only wanted a dame, but what he got was a hidden villain in the sheets. A femme fatale. And monologue.
Wow.
Oh,
This guy's my new role model.
All right. Okay. So with that, we have, let's see. So the first two regiments are absorbed by the third one, and the fourth regiment is absorbed by the fifth. Ooh, this is kind of, damn.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so here comes a decision. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 6. So I gotta roll a d6 to see where you guys go next. Please don't go there. Please. Oh my god, you guys have to go there.
Oh,
All right. Who's going to? All right. Who are you sending for the 6th regiment?
Oh god. It's already been predetermined, so I got no choice. I'm gonna follow this list right now.
Layla Storm, a female human. She is a rogue.
This is all kinds of bad, okay?
And I'm sending Doog, a half ogre who's an artificer.
You really like your artificers.
I'm making sure, like, if I get one out, it'll be an artificer.
Oof.
Oh god. I'm sending in Vic, Keen Seeker, Azamar Rogue.
I am sending in a tiefling named Callista, and she is a forge cleric.
Okay. Monster.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was thinking about cabbage.
What?
Hmm.
Okay.
What are you, carny folk?
Okay. A warforged monk. Her/his/its name is Transcendence. It's typically referred to, much to the unit's chagrin, as trans.
So you got like a raving transcend warforged bug like Aegis style, be like, hey, that look, it's a glow stick lights with your eyeballs and shit. Woo, rave machine. All right, I'll stop. Okay, god damn it, I can't believe I'm saying this shit. All right, let's see who. All right. So you hear commotions that your regiment is going to a different area, so far, not far from Frostbite Valley, in order to make a more foothold base around the area and scouting it. You will be going to an area that has been dubbed by the scouts and rangers from the Farson Corps, called Cold Hell Canyon. Matt Tiger, thank you for that follow. Yep, Cold Hell Canyon. Yep. So you are approaching a large chasm. There are several geysers that shoot out frost flame. Literally what you believe it would be cold, it actually would melt your face. And not only that, some parts of the air are also quite toxic. Yet you cannot deny the fact that there are minerals around the area. Even gems are surfacing on top of this. As you get closer, there is a huge, large problem. And you're all literally looking at it. Guess what? The moment that the 6th Regiment appears there, instantaneously, the land moves and you all slide down into this chasm. Almost like a sand trap.
Oh god.
Right
You all fall.
near
you
a
all fall on
large
rocks and
mall
install guys.
that is almost as huge as a frigging house. It's over about a good fraction, I would say near almost half, have been swallowed and eaten by this thing. And as it rises out the ground, you see a large, huge worm with several spines coming out of it. Even the supposed pricks and strands of its hair spin like freaking blades. And it has one eye that looses a frost flame beam. Alright, here we go. How are you gonna fight this? First one up, we got Layla. See what you get.
Just go +5, +7.
Yeah, I said +7.
Okay.
I'ma use my.
Large, huge.
I'ma use my. Wow. Just, wow. I'ma use my short bow and shoot it in the eye.
I just say it to confuse people on purpose. I say it on purpose, Weeks, to fuck with you. Oh god.
Wow.
So, your attempt at tactics with this creature does not go quite well. it does not, let's put it that way. Alright, next.
You just.
Alright. So you see Doug just pull out a giant thunder cannon, says, "Let's get down to business." And just shoots his Thundermonger, and just does a Thundermonger ability, just shoots away. So what is my Thundermonger?
Alright, so you're just charging in and striking, right?
I'm actually from a distance because I'm using my thunder cannon to shoot away at like.
Oh,
Iron
okay.
Cannon style.
Boom!
Shoot
Alright,
at this thing.
your
Yeah.
strikes jam right in and start shaving part of its skin off. So far, so good.
Oh yeah.
But there's a problem.
Oh god.
As the skin starts peeling off, you notice something. That skin, it has been moving on its own this whole entire time, right? Are those actually blades? Or are those mouths? Several of its children start coming off its body and make its way to you all.
Oh, gosh.
Alright, next. Now you guys got a tide of creatures coming your way. So, well, that's slowly building up.
So, quick question.
Sure.
What levels are these characters, or what would you
There's
say?
nothing decided yet, but I'll say maybe 3.
Okay.
Let's just say,
Alright.
like, you got devices that help you get more powered up. Let's say that.
Okay.
Yeah. But we're going with a lot more of the narrative right now. Yeah.
So I see these creatures, and instead of pulling out my second dagger, I just start speaking an incantation and moving my fingers, and then I just shoot out magic missile.
Okay. Let's see how it goes. Stop the crinkle!
Nice.
The magic missiles tear right into the little babies and right to the big mama. So far so good, but yet the blood now that comes out
Oh god.
starts melting some of the area. And the thing is, the blood is not just simply like laying there. It actually moves on its own, and it'll move towards you, and it's starting to eat away at the footing where you all are at. Yes, it is decimating the whole arena, so whatever happens, this may be your tomb.
Ooh.
Cold Hell Canyon, people. All right, next.
Wow. I actually would love to cast Guardian of Faith if I can.
Yeah, sure you can.
Cool. So Callista conjures up Guardian of Faith as close to the giant worm creature as she can, so that it can start attacking with the radiant unit.
All right, let's see how it goes.
Ooh.
Well,
Well then.
you the DC I said for that when you use your spell wasn't going to be that high, but you know, I'm going to do that pose again I do with my hands. I'm going to say dice.
The dice.
Nice.
All right, next.
Okay, this. It's just let's go simple here. I'm going to blow this thing furiously. I mean, Flurry of blows this thing.
Your days go out, suck his own deal.
Yeah.
All right, with great
Oh, boy.
monk for.
Natural 20.
Karmic retribution.
Plus you have 7, not plus side, but you know.
So, well, it works either way. He's got 27. So, either way, it's an overwhelming success. So, we have.
Yep.
So, you getting that 20 actually helps make your allies become a success. And we'll lower the DC for the consequence roll thing that happens afterwards. And also help the commanding officer as well. So, yay.
Yeah.
All right. So, this dude will get no bonuses since you and that 20. Oh, never mind. Yeah, this is gonna be really cross counter.
God.
Boom.
Literally.
I literally cross. It is so fucked up. Okay, guys. So
Why?
the flare bros works very well, but it causes a echoing reaction for the whole area to explode in a great whirlwind of icy inferno. All right, so first, Lava, 3 d20s, go for it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Oof, well, it will help to a great degree, but we'll see. All right, next. I still got added up. There's still more.
Yeah,
there's still
yeah,
the
yeah.
CO. There's
Yeah,
still
there
the
we
CO to do.
Oh, sorry. My bad. Wrong thing.
You don't cheat on me, motherfucker. All right, next.
Oh.
Wow.
That is very vicious. Okay, next.
Feels TPK, man.
Oh. Okay, that's not so bad.
Okay, that's not so bad. Okay.
We'll see how it goes.
Oh goodness.
All right, last one. Oh. Oh.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Oh.
let's see if the CO will make it.
Ooh.
Oh.
I like
Okay.
that.
So, wow, you all survive. You all survive. All right, and the commanding officer for the 6th one is Adric, who is a dwarf artificer. He actually has 2 turrets firing with him in his lightning gun.
You know it.
Bzz, bzz, bzz. He's like, "Oi, fall back over here! Hurry up now! Oh yeah, you human! Hey, the one with the horns! Yeah, you tall fuck! Hurry up!" Oh, I should have not drank that last beer. Oh, shit. Oh, I think I saw it myself. I don't need my pants anymore. All right, so he packs up and he's just running with his willy. Like the heat of battle is just heating his lower half and not getting frostbite somehow. All right, so a win for Cold Hell Canyon. Next we have. All right, these guys were sent to another spot to scout. So you have Regiment 7. Who's going?
Glass Wise Bearer. He is a Goliath Ranger.
You know, I totally expected for Regiment 6 to just totally be decimated, but hey, you know, these things happen.
All right. So for this one, I have Dern Yormonger, and he's a mountain dwarf artificer, of course.
All right.
Hey, I'm right there with you.
Yep.
My next character is Solus, human monk. I am gonna get a monk in there. I swear.
Don't you already got one monk in there?
Yes, but I just want to increase my chances.
You're good. All right. Next.
I have a half orc named Korag, and he is of the Path of the Totem Bear Barbarian.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's
Guest
perfect.
Burn and ASMR Cleric.
All right, ASMR Cleric.
All right, there we go.
All right, let's see. Well, time for me to roll. Let's see, either you reinforce this area or you go to somewhere else. Your regiment is sent to another area to help find more resources called Turmoil Plateau.
Who is naming these places?
Turmoil Plateaus, there we go. This is scouts. I was like, why does it pass? I guess autocorrect cooked me. I think multi characters, I think. It's a D&D experiment. Basically, I said, all right, guys, you're gonna make 10 characters. They're all most likely gonna die horrible deaths, by the way. So and I'm gonna see this through. So a lot of it, I'm not gonna expel yet until the experiment finishes. You'll see. The Turmoil Plateaus. All right, you guys ready?
No.
No.
I'm always ready.
Yep.
So your regiment is led into this wide, rocky area. Several icicle glaciers are just swimming in mid-air. And here's the odd thing. You do see an island that is floating. And you do see what seems to be a volcano letting oozes of frost just slowly coming down. Icy, like slushy like water just heading on down. Literally defying the law of physics and gravity. And following that, it looks like it's forming a frigging ladder right next to it. Yes, out of ice. Around the area, you see several tunnels, several entryways from the sides, also even in the cliffs. And then you start hearing it. You don't see anything. And then right next to you, people's heads start flying off and getting stabbed.
Oh boy.
You do not see your enemy. All right, first up.
Just I don't know. I guess just shoot in the random area.
What you want to
Actually,
do?
Actually, I'll tell everyone to stand back to back and watch each other's side.
So you're going for a defensive tactic.
Yeah.
Okay, roll it.
Is this with a +7?
Yeah.
Yep. Ooh.
Oh, natural 20. So you yell out an order for your friends to band together to defend. Oh wait, I forgot to do the dialogue for the last thing, but we can handle that here in a bit. All right, so you are greatly successful and you managed to block these invisible strikes that are coming your way. But when you strain your eyes, you see skeletal figures that have glaives for hands and they slither like snakes. Facial features themselves appear to be greatly skeletal. All right, next.
All right. So, I start to see glimpses of these things, and I'm pulling out some grenades and explosives, just going down, mud cover in the hole, whoosh, throw it out there.
All right, let's see how it goes. Oh shit!
Called it. I was like 20.
A large blast. Let's see if we get the hat trick. Boy, and it blows apart a bunch of these creatures, and you do hear the screams, and the blasts of smoke and snow start wafting and hitting these creatures, and the smoke and dust from it and from the materials, it does send off like a warning symbol that, like, look over there, you can see them. We can see the figures now. They're right there. Boy. All right, next.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly rush up and attack one of the injured creatures.
All
with, Flurry of blows.
No! Hat trick! I called it! I called the hat trick! I called it! Oh, baby! That's 3 nat 20s in a row.
I just want to turn it into pace. Like I just keep pounding it until it turns into pace.
This team's a dream team right now. Dream team.
Good time. All right, baby. So your strikes follow through and smash into one of the innards, and the rib spikes from it fly out and hit into another one, and basically doming one in the head quick. All right, next.
Let's see. Well, my half orc is going to run up to the enemies, and instilling the strength of the bear totem, he's gonna start going ham on these enemy.
All right, let's see what happens.
Aw, man, that would have been cool if I rolled nat 22.
I know. Coolness denied. You swirl on a crazy whirlwind of steel, and then your axe bites into the rock.
Ouch. He feels up region and he's like, ah!
All right, next.
Gastra is just gonna keep a central position around the party and heal those who need it.
Okay.
Definitely me.
You do your best to heal a rock.
No.
Yeah, because you know snow covers your eyes and you heal the rock. Yep.
It needed those hit points.
Hey, hang on. To be fair, that rock did just eat an axe blow.
True.
Yep.
True.
All right. Well, this is pretty simple. So, well, your CO pretty much just goes on by. So let's roll for him anyway. All right. So your CO passes. So, all right, all you guys, you will roll. I mean, that's up to you, but I don't think you really have to. Just don't roll a 1. Just roll. Just don't roll a 1. That's it.
Oh God.
Okay.
Why
Roll
did you
D20.
say that?
Woo! Woo! I'm bad at myself.
Ooh, all right.
Good. Skin of our teeth.
All right. So your CO is Gubrash, a half-orc blood hunter. He goes, I know these foes. Bang! So he basically slices part of his palm, touches to the ground, and his blood oozes out and chases all of them and reveals your foe. And you all manage to push back the enemy and survive. That is the yeah, you guys won a battle in the Terminal Plateaus. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So let me erase this here real quick. Okay. King First Regiment. Okay. So there's no longer a 2nd or 1st Regiment. Well, 3rd Regiment no longer exists because, you know, Rivan absorbed them. So here's that. Because they lost their COs. Oh yeah, 4th Regiment's gone too because you guys lost your CO. So there's only Regiment 1 and Regiment 5, Regiment 6, and Regiment 7.
It got absorbed.
All right, Regiment 8. Who's going?
Okay, I've been trying to keep an organized notepad of the groups and everything, but that just I don't know how to reorganize this now.
Don't worry, the ones that survive, they'll be put into a different regiment. You'll see. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
So you have the. So basically, it's like I sent out this card. Oh, that card died. Oh, I can take this card back. They lived. That's it.
But group 2 through 4 don't exist anymore.
No, you guys still live. The people. You just get absorbed into another regiment.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
the group doesn't exist anymore. The
Pretty
people
much.
may.
Yeah.
But hey, at least you guys still suffer together.
Put on my notes.
All right. So who's going up for Regiment 8?
Lavia Skyherder, a female Goliath. Yes.
All right. For my guy, I have Deke. Never know what'll happen. A rock gnome. And he's an artificer.
All right.
I'm sending in August Tell, a half elf ranger.
I have a human male named Poku, and he is a sorcerer of the Shadow Matter.
Okay.
Laria Vindis, female half-elf Eldritch Knight.
All right. I'm gonna roll. Okay. All right. You will go to the frozen hold.
Oh gosh. No wonder we were laughing. I was like, what the hell is he laughing for?
All right, so. God damn it. This is so fucked up, dude. Okay. So. Your scouting party diverges way past the Turmoil Plateaus. You know, the last regiment, they get their rest. So you all see this large freaking these spires. There's some of them. They're in different sizes, but they're so close and identical together. And it's like as though they're grasping, you know, this mountain. And it looks to be like a fortress. As you get closer, you hear a war horn go off. And then from below, they rise. Several frost giants appear with weapons in hand. And they start swinging. And not only that, the frost fortress itself starts bombarding you all with avalanches of rock and stone and snow. And ice spears. All right. Let's go.
Let me see. I will. I'll use Cloud of Daggers on one of the frost giants.
All right. Let's see.
Oh gosh.
That is really, really bad. All right. So your spell, you try to cast it off, but one of the giants just swings their club and just dismisses your spell entirely. All right, next.
All right. So Deke says, getting insanely mad because remember he got picked on when he was like a gnome with these giants before. And even on his Iron Man suit says, "Don't call me Smalls." Just gives out this warm blood curdling going, "Ah!" And it just goes right into him with his suit and it just shoots off a flamethrower into their face.
Okay. You light a frost giant on fire. They stand still. And then as they're not moving, the flame dies down. They're still not moving. They look at you and they flick you away. Wink.
Think, oh,
All right, next.
I'm still not small.
Biggie Smalls.
I just charge forward, just like Hawkeye style, just letting off arrows towards the face.
All right,
Hoping
let's see what you
hoping
can
to catch
do.
an eye or something.
Aiming for the eye.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
Well, the arrows like almost landed, but actually it was like their clothes or something, or like part of their skin molting, or is that armor? You're not sure, but then it just boing, dong, wah. Very sad arrow. No bueno. Next.
Hoku actually casts a wall of fire in front of them.
All right, let's do this. Let's see what you got there, sister. You did it wrong again.
God dang it.
You're thirsty for that natural 20.
Apparently.
Oh, my turn.
No, she didn't roll it right yet.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, your
Okay.
flame wall had worked to an extent, but a large boulder of ice just swaps it out the way.
Bummer.
Next is not looking good.
This is
Okay.
definitely not looking good. Oh gosh.
Utilizing the Eldritch Knight weapon bond, I am going to hurl my trident at one of these things' throats and then call it back to me.
All right, let's see how it goes.
It does not
Oh
work.
my gosh.
Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is so
Sounds
bad.
terrible.
All right. Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna roll for your CO.
Woo!
Your CO survives. All right, well, it'll give you some benefit to an extent. All right, guys, all of you roll. 20.
Oh shoot, sorry. 1D.
Okay.
Oh, crap.
Oh, there we go. 19. Ooh. Thank God.
Okay.
Before I even make this roll, I'm just saying this character is in another game, so if he dies, he lives on somewhere else.
I mean, even in another game, he probably will die too.
Multiverse comic book shit.
Oh,
Well, at least he gets to live on elsewhere.
Right.
All right.
And Axel.
So, well, no, there's the better from the CEOs. So,
Yeah.
the only one that dies is Geek's character. God damn it. Just fuck. All right, and the CEO for this one is Donia, who is a half-elf paladin of vengeance for Norden. So, how the scenario goes is you manage to stay together as tight as possible, concentrating fire on each frost giant. Yet it is still hard to try to penetrate through the hold itself. Yet it has been marked for possible future conquests, and a call to fall back does happen. All right, now 9th Regiment. Who's going?
That would be Voleth Smartwalker. He is a Goliath Storm Herald.
All right.
Let's see. I have a Warforged named Daigodo, which Yep, the children of Belshire have lovingly named him because he likes to go goro rolling around sometimes to entertain.
Belshire hasn't existed yet in this timeline. This is this is 4 years before it actually.
Okay. Well, some small town that he's been working with.
All right.
So, anyways, but yeah, he's an artificer.
Okay.
For some reason, it doesn't not get funny.
Right. I will be sending in Orem Forge Maul, Dwarf Barbarian.
All right.
I am sending in a human male named Nicholas, and he is a Zealot Barbarian.
Lanza
right.
LaRue, female. Is she a half elf or a full elf? Female half elf wizard.
All right. Let's see what happens next. All right, so this group goes into the more right side of the Frostbite Valley, where most of the carnage happened for the first 4 or 5 regiments. You will be going to the Fade Bloom Spires. So, yep, as you all make way, there are several spires, as though they're fading in and out, twinkling like stars and gems of the night sky. It feels quite unsettling. Nothing has approached you or attacked you at all, period. It seems well at peace. You march on 4 once more. Nothing has happened. The cold still bites into you, and it sinks in deep. Continuing onward. Onward. And onward. Then you hear loud screams echo into your ears, and several specters start appearing everywhere. Several of your comrades has their hearts taken out, or the souls peeled off, or the skins, everything. These ghosts are coming at you with great attacks, and it's definitely messing with your heads right now. All right, people, let's get to it.
We can't see. Can we see these things?
Yes, you can see them. They appear right before you. They basically ambush sneak attack the whole lot of you.
Okay. Well, I'm a raid and use my storm aura ability of the sea to inflict lightning damage.
All right, let's see how this goes. Hey! Your lightning courses through and shocks all out of specters and spirits. Next.
So Daigoto just scans and does the observation. He goes, I got the perfect one for this. Pulls out one like the Ghostbusters little trap with the ectoplasmic gun that he pulls out. Go, bloop. He goes, suck on this, ectoplasers.
The shocking beams register and cause a lot of specters to screech out loudly. Yet it's causing a lot of casualties to occur the more they scream. Next. Unzippable.
Let's see. I'm just gonna charge, raging, and use thunderous blows.
Alright. Let's do it. You're there, monster.
Okay, thank you.
And
Ew, your thunderous blows are just met with dead air. Next.
Savage.
My guy is shaking in his boots.
Yeah.
And he
that's a-
does his best.
That's a good
to-
use of a turd right there. Not even lying.
He does his best to charge at them with his shield and battle axe while shaking.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, your barbaric ways turn out quite well. Smashy smash. Alright, monster.
Fear is a good motivator.
Okay, I whispered this to Sa. I'm going to cast haste on Geek's character. At least that's my intention.
Alright, you're gonna make him go nuts with steroids. Let's see how well it works. Okay, you do haste him, but yet the ghost is fade in and out and just dodges booty. And he still continues to hit dead air. Boom, boom.
Did it.
Alright,
shot.
so let's see what we have. Well, we do have the crit, so that does help to an extent. Okay. Oh, this should be quite easy, people. It's just don't roll a 1. That's it.
You know when you say that, you are invoking the ire of the dice gods.
Just don't roll a 1. That's it.
wow.
Oh,
There you
gosh.
go.
There you go.
Okay.
And there we go. Whew.
Wow, another regiment survives and a victory over at the Fade Bloom Spires. So you all managed to push a lot of the spirits back, yet not all of them are fully quelled. There's still a lot more work to be done. And your commanding officer for this is Hui Fang, which is a Kaishin Panrian. She is a monk of the Way of the Ancient Symbols. Alright. So with her key, she helps dispel a lot of the spirits, and you guys work alongside with each other. She also helped make sure that you guys' souls are restored and your life energies, because they were literally sapping the life out of you. So for those that actually survived here, if she didn't survive, you actually only had like 2 years left to live.
Ooh.
Yeah. So there's consequences of scars, people, when a CO dies. All
My
right.
guy's crying.
How does that affect Warforged? Not a relevant question, sorry.
Well, Warforged can function for a good amount of time, but they're function off of magic, so that would sap your magical life energies.
Okay.
Yep. Warforged still have a soul. Yeah. All right. Who's sending who and what in the 10th Regiment?
Sealy Honorstone.
Oh no, not again. All right.
Light
get-
domain cleared.
All right. You guys are going back to Cold Hell Canyon.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
All right. So my character is actually still nameless because he doesn't even know who he is. But he's a Sutanrian Sharkman Artificer.
All right.
Nice.
This is the last, right?
Mm-hmm.
10th Regiment. Yeah, but this is only the first day.
Okay. Okay, I'll be sending in Duncan L. Brooks, human monk.
All right.
I am sending in a human female named Layla, and she is a barbarian of the wolf totem.
Mm-hmm.
Paul and Vana, a wood elf ranger. I mean,
All right. So by the
can't
way,
all- they can't
with
all
the-
be creative.
with this regiment, it would be appreciated if they had some dialogue, because my character would eventually actually through this group, like they just call him up, because no one they're sitting there. There's no name. It's like we need to call him something. What do we want to call him?
For this guy, all right. So you guys can have some dialogue. Go for it.
Yep.
You guys have a shark man in your group,
Exactly.
and
Exactly. Going, what
it's
in
kind of
the-
weird. And you guys are marching towards Coldhell Canyon, getting ready for whatever onslaught you have to deal with. So you guys will have last words before everything goes to hell. Literally.
What weapon does he use?
Huh?
I think I
Uh,
just. Oh, go ahead.
No, you. I insist.
I think I just walk up, scratching my beard, and poke the shark man.
Gotta-
Just to see if it's just amazing.
I kind of look at you and try to give my brightest smile with all of my shark fangs, and just in reaction.
Oh, yeah, I take a couple steps back, like, and I put my hands up just instinctively, like, that's a lot of teeth. That's
Yes,
just
I'm like-
That's just creepy. That's
I point at myself. I'm like, and I don't really talk, but I'm like pointing at myself. You mean me? Kind of thing.
just smile. Just that's don't do that. Don't.
Oh, okay. And then you see him kind of look around, kind of.
What do they call you?
And you kind of just shake your head. My character just shakes his head.
You have no name?
And then just nods his head.
So you understand common, but you can't speak it.
You nod your head, and nod my head.
All right. I'm not really good at names. Anyone want to help?
And he looks at you and says, points at you and points at himself and says, like almost gesturing, "You're gonna give me a name?"
I gotta
Oh,
call you
no.
something.
You gotta change his newspapers too.
And then he gives you this puzzling look, and he gives you a one eye and says, "Newspaper?" Like almost like, "What's a newspaper?"
Oh no.
I give up. I quit. I quit. Pine. I quit. Pine. Pine.
And
Help.
I turn to the only female in the group and I give that big toothy smile, and I look at her and say, "You," point at her and point at myself as if like, "You name me?"
Layla has both of her hands on her hips, and she's squinting at the shark breath, and she's like, shark head.
And I kind of shake my
Wow.
head.
I just keep thinking of Street
Um,
Sharks, that old cartoon.
What is this? She's a little confused at the moment.
Okay. And then I look at what's his name? I look at was it Silly?
Yeah.
Honor? Yeah, Silly. I'm go points at you and says, point at me and says, almost like, "Come on, give me your best shot."
Oh, he's so adorable.
We have to give him a name. Like,
What
The
kind of
epitome-
shark is he?
The epitome, the very epitome of
By
cold-blooded
the way,
innocence.
exactly. You know, the irony is that I am a great white shark. I look like a great white shark.
Okay.
Hmm.
And as I look around, I'm like looking. I just kind of slump my shoulders, kind of dejected, going, I guess I won't have a name.
I'm just gonna call you
I
Sharkman.
know.
I'm just gonna-
Oh,
What was that?
she just exclaims, "I know what to call you."
And I look excitedly at you, like with my teeth just wide open, my wide open. I'm like, come on, bring it on.
You know,
Jaws.
freeze. Oh,
Jaws!
I quit. I quit. I am done. You all get out of here. Get out of my house.
I just face palm and just.
I am not having it. God damn it.
Clapping. She's like, "That's a great name for you."
And I'm just sitting there like just pondering, and I go, and then I look at what's his name, Duncan, and I just go, and I'm pointing at him, and says, just almost like, I point at my teeth, and you said it first. I got Jones. All right. And I go, okay, and I look at Layla and give a thumbs up. I'm like, all right.
You know, when I think of this whole smile thing, it's like in a cartoon where, like, hey, beautiful, how you doing? And like the chick who has braces just opens up, smile, and it's just a nightmare, like. But with shark teeth, like, Jesus.
There you go.
All right, well, I won't feel bad when he dies, so.
I hope Jaws lives.
I know.
Please don't do it.
You need to get the hell out of here with that shit. You get the hell out of here with that. I'm not having.
Do we have a bard? I mean, God, we need a bard just so that they can play the Jaws theme while we're out there.
All right, you guys go back to Cold Hell Canyon. The thing is not defeated; it's still there. So your group is called in to try to finish it off. The large worm and its horde of children. Let's go.
Okay. I will cast Scorching Rays at it.
Scorching rays, okay.
Eyeball specifically.
All right, let's go.
Blinded.
Oh, this is the whole poor quality one. See if I can find. All right, you launch your scorching rays. The heat sinks into the flesh. Yet, easy enough, the frostfire collides with it, and the cold also dissipates it away. It has no effect. Next.
All right, so Jaws, now inspired by his new name, kind of gets excited, and with his boots of long striding, as he made it for himself, starts dashing forward like doosh, 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 and just lunges, trying to take a chunk off of this thing, just biting into it.
All right. Let's see what he can do. You bite a shit ton of the flesh off. But you're still small and short. But you definitely dealt a good amount of attention that the creature itself like screams out loud at having this gnat feast on it. Good job.
So, Jaws, what does it taste like?
And I just kind of like just give it.
Oh no.
It tastes just like taffy.
Mhm.
Aged taffy. Mixed with dingleberries. Alright, next.
I hope this troll character lives.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Just as quick as I can, I rush up and I do flurry of blows. And hopefully, if it lands, I'm gonna use one Kai point to use Fang of the Fire Snake.
Alright.
Oh boy.
The fangs of the fire snake do not bite in to do enough damage to actually warrant any effect at all, sadly. Next victim.
Okay. What do I see going on right now?
Oh, you see a shark man leaping high to the big ass frosty worm and biting the hell out of him. You saw like flashy lasers trying to cull the horde and the larger worm, and you saw like this monk dude just trying to go ham, punch and kick, but he's just flailing around like a 5th grade dance.
Okay, Layla, feeling incredibly inspired by her comrade, she dashes forward and she swings mightily with her her great axe down upon the enemy.
You don't sound so
Inspired.
Straight up.
I just scared for my rolls.
Follow the
Right.
Jaws lead. You can do it.
Oh, here we go. Let's see if she can follow.
Oh man, so many 17.
This 3 17s is a row, dude. There's a lot of 7s going on, by the way. Look, that's 4 7s in a row. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
She
They form. They can form a triangle. Illuminati. Oh my god. So your weapon tries to it pushes back the horde a bit, but it cannot really bite into the big one. But in the midst of swinging, you know, you realize something, that the little shark guy, though, he can bite with his teeth, and he's short. You know, your axe is that actual little weapon where this dude's just using his teeth, and now it's just like a sad violin song, as you know, now you just refer to your axe as only friend. All right, next.
I'm gonna use my wolf companion to try. That's allowed, right? You say around level 3. It's,
Yeah,
it's
go.
Master Ranger.
Just tell me what you
Okay.
want to do. Yeah.
I'm gonna use my wolf companion to try and distract the pack and pick off stragglers and such.
Okay.
Hey.
Oh.
All right, so you definitely help call the horde way back, and also help save your friends who were flailing around with their weapons, their fists and feet, and didn't hit anybody. All right, so let's see.
Savagery.
3. All right, boy.
Ooh.
Oh, that almost went fucking high. All
Yeah,
right,
No kidding.
let's roll for the CO. Good thing. Okay, the CO lives. All right, the rest of you roll me a d20, and I can't hold it. I'll be right back, guys. I get pissed. Ah, I'll be right back.
The Jaws lives. The Shark Man lives.
Wow. I'm,
Oh
really-
gosh.
Mm,
Oh gosh.
I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared to roll.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, there you go. Woo.
Oh
Ouch.
my god.
so I got 3 different monks I can choose from. So I'm happy.
Yeah, so far let's see 1, 2. I have a lot actually.
Yeah, most of my characters got decimated.
Yeah, my 1, 2. I got my first 3 characters died, and the rest of them all lived. I'm actually surprised by that. We'll see.
Seven
Though.
of
We'll
mine
see after this.
So far, 7 out of 10 of mine have lived.
Yeah.
Man, poor August. At least he lives in a different universe. Which hopefully my game actually happens tomorrow. So I probably should have been streaming this, but I'll stream it next time.
All right. New name's Joe's.
And literally,
Huh.
about 90% of these characters are, except for August, are NPCs in my backstory. So
Oh.
class. Well, most of the classes. So, because I was like, man, there is no way in hell I sent it to. Like when we was talking earlier, that was literally typing like 4 of these characters because I didn't finish because I wasn't home most of the day. I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna name them? Okay, these 2 are brothers. Okay, rip one of them. Yeah. Is it bad that they're twins and he kind of felt his brother go?
Oh gosh.
I
think
hope-
I think that's a character I might play too. I don't know yet. Oh, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say, I hope you're happy that your character was named you let a shitposter name your character. I can't believe it.
Honestly, at first it was gonna be a nameless for a while, and then I just thought of it right now. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna get the group to name my character right now. Let's do it.
I was gonna I was considering suggesting a serious name like Winterfin or Winterfang, but that thought was put to rest very early.
What happened? What was put to rest
Jaws
early?
is just so classic.
Huh?
I mean, if we want to give him like a complete like titular name, we could call him Jaws of Life.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Alrighty then. Alright, let's see. What are the rolls? Oh god, somebody actually rolled really terrible.
Yep. That's a paddling.
That is a pattern. Alright, so let's see a list, but that's not enough for bonus to save you. So, Monster, I'm sorry, but your character passes us. Everyone else passes. And the CO
oh, so my
list.
character passes?
Yeah, because I rolled
Yeah.
a 6. Yeah. So you rolled a 7, so you're good. And the CO also gets a bonus if they survive. So yeah, your character survived. Woo! Okay, so your CO is Daisuke. He's a half elf. Oh no. They are a witch hunter.
Witch hunter.
Yep.
Sorry to go back to this, but actually, never mind. Not a good time. Never mind.
Oguchi. Alright, well, any dialogue you guys want to have now, you better say it. But basically what happens is with the Jaws of Life and what teamwork you can pull forward, you manage to push back the horde. Yet you did not defeat the Great Worm, but it did pull back. It went deep beneath Cold Hell Canyon.
Deep.
So to deep. Yes.
And then
Oh my.
May come back to
as Jaws' bloodlust returns, his mind returns to him in the bloodlust. He looks and he sees his comrade fallen, and he just runs over very quickly and just starts weeping silently, no sound.
Huh? Okay.
Well,
He's like,
Yeah.
no, like his motion is no, but no sounds coming out.
the wolf would nuzzle up to you
Yeah.
and do so side by side.
We
You have a pet now.
we gotta teach him some common.
The pet has a pet.
Oh my god.
I mean, while in service, he can totally just learn a language. So you guys can have some downtime stuff. So if you want to learn an additional language, you can actually.
I'm learning like sign language common. I guess you're teaching me like, how do I do this?
Well, the thing is, everyone's supposed to know common, so.
Yeah, I know it, but I'm like trying to sign it. You're like, okay, how do I teach this?
Okay.
Do you have fins or fingers?
Oh yes, I have
Why not?
webby fingers.
Yeah, he's got webby
How-
fingers.
That's good.
Wait, how? Okay, I
What?
gotta ponder about that one.
I don't know what.
How he's gonna sign.
Yeah, he's got the webby fingers. He literally has a hand. It's just very webby and chunky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a Sutanrian. He's anthropomorphic.
The goddess that deemed me to get me my life.
You basically look like a Triton. That's the thing, but with big ass teeth.
Mhm.
And Tritons are literally like, I call them mer people, or to quote Zoolander, merman,
Merman.
not mermaid, merman. Oh, that movie was so great, especially when it did the whole caveman scene. The files are in the computer. play the fucking Dawn of Time music. Dun, 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 dun. Ah, boom.
Oh gosh.
Hey, Cardi, what's up? Okay, so. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna tell you guys what happened, okay? So the first 5 regiments actually helped pave the way to make a foothold within this whole area that can lead to routes towards, you know, trying to break through the elemental prison. Okay, you fought for it, you claimed hold of it, which is good, right? So one of the other regiments also went to go fight in the Turmoil Plateaus, which also has a route that can be used for future like trade or transportation of supplies. This is really good. The Fade Bloom Spires, it leaves a lot to be well known for exploring, but definitely has possibilities for also research and maybe materials as well. It actually has a lot of more wood and trees here. So there's actually some natural deposits. Cold Hell Cane actually has a lot of mineral deposits, but the creature itself, the children were defeated, but not the main, you know, mama ho, so it's still kind of hot. Frozen Hold, you don't know too much about it, but it's a stable defensive place that the Frost Giants have refused to yield. And this is day 1. And now all the regiments have reconverged together. So now you can pull back all of your characters, your cards, so you know who has survived. So let's see how many has survived, and Volvo's hand, how many have survived?
7.
Huh?
7.
7, 3 died. All right, next.
I have 7.
All right, next.
I have 6.
All right, next.
I have 8.
All right, next.
Sorry, 1 minute.
You didn't write them down?
I did, but I
He has to go back through him.
yeah.
It's always good to put on the next spot. So far, are you guys having fun with this experimentation?
Pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Really, really amazing.
I like the narrative. The narrative's pretty fun.
Still good. Some things can get pretty savage, though.
Did
yeah.
did Shawkus live or not? I thought he died because he rolled poorly on the saves.
I'm pretty sure he saved. Was he like the warlock dude?
No, he was the half-orc paladin.
What regiment was he in?
Group 5.
I know 2 people died.
Yeah, that was the one we faced the dragon. The dragon.
Yeah, the dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he die or did he live? I can't remember. So I had you write it down whether he died or lived.
I thought he died, but I don't know. You said something that confused me a little. If
Okay.
2 people died, he was probably one of them, so I have 7 living.
Okay. So, okay, who here has a dude from the 5th Regiment?
I do.
Me.
I do.
Okay.
So it was just Geek and Monster's character that both died. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh yeah, Jay died.
Alright, people, here's how it's gonna be, okay? So right now, you guys have all converged, alright? So all the regiments. So now they're gonna go under different names. So the numbers got reduced. So we'll change this up. We got 5, 7. So they're going by order again. So out of all 10 regiments, 3 have died off. That is the equivalent of about over 3,000 people.
Ouch.
Yep. I've been severely decimated. Wait, hold on. One of them is bigger than the other. Actually, no, it's 5,000 actually. Okay, so next is the establishment of a fortress called Fort Bulwark, which will be the middle point for, you know, future expeditions and scouting parties, or the way forward to make forward bases. This is going to be really, really harsh, especially with the working conditions you have. All right, everybody, roll me a d20, and this only will have a +5. That's it. All right.
Okay.
Ooh, look at that. Oh, boy.
Yikes.
Oof.
Oof. Yeesh.
Feels man bat.
Yeesh.
Oof.
Oh,
Yeesh.
Is that everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Look at the rolls. Hold on, let me look at my notes here real quick. Actually, that is actually a nice little passing grade. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. Through the first day of working hard to establish camps, or what like shoddy walls you can, and try to rest and eat, and we'll just clam together, try to huddle together for warmth. Some, sadly, die to cold. So I would have rolled a thing, but looks like I don't have to. You have to pick one character that you have to discard. They die from the cold.
Ooh.
Ooh. Dang, I love all my characters right now. Too attached. No.
I kill off over the dwarf.
All right, Jaws cannot die. He's gonna stay alive. Let's see.
yes.
Let the fates roll the rest of it. Let's see. I'm gonna roll a d6 and let's see here which one dies. Number 4. 1, 2, 3. Up. Dern Yormonger, the dwarf, mountain dwarf, is dead. Too bad. Bye-bye.
All right, let me know when you guys are ready to move on.
Iglath, Wise Bear, the Goliath Ranger is good.
Actually, not. Because there's 2.
I'm gonna kill off my half orc.
Exactly the same.
All right.
No.
These things you made, now you have to discard them as like, you know, your own kids. It's tough.
Yeah, it is. It's like, oh god.
All right, so Volvo's ready. Who else is ready?
Yep.
Well, I have 2 characters exactly the same. That's what I would do. Probably discard.
Everyone good to go then? Who has not sacrificed a character yet?
Good night, Fergan. I hardly knew ye.
Damn. All right.
Okay.
Ah,
All right, I guess we're ready for the next stage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, I'm gonna roll for a random event. Let's see what happens.
Oh.
rocks fall, everyone dies.
God.
That's
Okay.
exactly what happens in a way.
Oh no.
So all you roll me flat d20s to see how lucky you can be.
Oh my gosh.
Just a straight D20.
Mm-hmm.
I should have kept my mouth shut.
Jesus Christ.
Praise RNG.
It's a best out of 5, so let's see how it goes.
Ugh.
All right, so you don't get the more cruel result. All right.
Discard 3 more characters.
Oh
This
gosh.
is this is
You
the less
discard
cruel
one
option.
more
Oh,
Oh,
my
boy.
gosh.
due to the fatal avalanches that happen upon your encampment. As you all struggle to try to re-put up the walls in whatever hovels that you can construct, even people who are digging holes in to try to stay warm and away from the cold.
Sorry, Duke the half ogre. Bye bye.
Goodbye, Nicholas.
Well, you are the true underdog story, Dolan. Unfortunately, that story's come to an end.
Solus is gone.
Hold on, I need to roll a d4 real quick. 1, d4.
Actually, wait. No, I think that's right. Or is it?
Mermaider.
Actually, no.
3.
His underdog story will live yet another day. Fembot Miss Monks-a-Lot is gonna go.
All right. I saw you.
Bye bye, Fembot.
Oh. Hey, at least it's not like a night attack. That would have been worse. All right. The next day comes round. You maintain your position. You defended it well. All the regiments managed to go out and try to keep the areas thinned or at least controlled and monitored. Yet, the fort bulwark must be built, as ordered, as is ordained. That's what future payments and your own longevity or welfare, whatever that can be concerned, before even supplies can come make their way. So, you must build it up again. D20 plus 5. For everybody. Hello.
Whoa.
Oh.
Finally, I nabbed it.
Damn. There we go. I like to see that.
I like the way you work and no diggity. All right, so everyone has passed with flying colors except for one person. So you rolled really terrible, sir. So I'm gonna have to roll this D4 here real quick. You have to scar 2 more characters.
Oh.
They both die from the cold and being overworked.
Wait, everybody?
No, he does.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
he does. Ooh,
Oh
please,
my,
that's
oh my,
a
oh
bad
my.
No, Exxon, no. See, you should have bought a Honda.
So Pine, you get a bonus to your next survival roll the luck roll when I call for it. So just be mindful of that.
Thank God.
Mecca, you better hope we don't meet, cause I'm gonna get you good. I'll discard Lavia Skyherder and Volas Smart Walker Barbarian.
All right, next event. So that was the end of the second day. Now we move on to the third day.
Oh my gosh, you rolled.
Oh
a 50.
fuck.
Oh
God.
no.
Loss of supply. Supplies are running low. Some of them got either destroyed or misplaced. Food is running low. This is really bad.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I kill everyone good berries.
Oh, okay. I didn't roll that high. Discard a character, everyone.
Oh gosh. Oh, here we go. 4-4. Jaws, you gotta stay, man. All right, you're gonna stay.
My druid is dead.
As much as I want to see the Oni race be fleshed out, but
Couldn't this hypothetically be offset by like clerics and wizards and stuff, just ritualing create food and stuff?
You can either exhaust your magical spell power to do that or to defend yourself. Yeah, magical power is very limited, even in this condition. It's up to you. But if you use it, it comes with consequences. You will get a positive result, but a negative has to be coupled with it.
So that is an option.
Yes.
Can I use that option?
Okay, so you want to try to supply food? Because remember, there's other people too.
Right.
Okay. So you're gonna have to be really lucky with this. You're gonna roll a d20. If you fail, you will suffer consequences.
Monster Man.
Consequence me, RNGesus.
Oh, the arm.
Alright, you were successful. You do not suffer any.
Neat.
Except that
Oh.
the next luck roll you do will have a higher DC.
Okay.
So wait, do our characters die or no?
No.
Okay.
It's just, you only have to discard one. You only have to discard one. From before, when I wrote that one.
Oh, so I offset this for everyone?
Should I? Alright, you don't discard. Fair enough. I'll let that happen. Sure.
Woo!
Okay.
Aw.
good because I could not. I couldn't pick.
Okay, you can pick.
Please,
I know.
please roll good.
I'd rather just go with RNG at this point. I'm just like,
Yeah,
Running
yeah.
out of characters
All
I
right.
don't like.
Next, we
Right.
got the next day of labor, everyone. The next day of labor. All right, come on. The D20 plus 5. Here we go.
plus 5. All right, here we go.
You gotta get that fart up. I'm just saying.
Oh, God.
Oh, that is not good.
God dang it.
Reroll.
Well, I know who's going now.
Oh, pine.
The 20 plus 5. That's a
Thank
14.
goodness.
Ooh. All right. D20 right now, just flat one. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna roll the event here, a couple with it.
Mm.
All right. Who am I missing from the D20? This pine. Just need pine.
Oh, Pine, yeah, she needs it.
Ouch.
Ooh.
Oh.
Well, good thing for you, you got the bonus, so from that nat 20, remember? So you're good.
Hey.
That actually puts you to a pass. Alright, so... looking at these rolls here. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, so... Alright, Geek. You're gonna get hit really hard. Let's see what happens. You have to discard 2. You die from being overworked or suffering from accidents. And Monster, since you took the consequence from the last thing, you fail. You're gonna have to discard 1.
Okay.
Yep. The DC got risen for it.
Okay.
That's the choice. Meko, you do discard as well. Discard 1. And Volvo does. Wait a minute. Volvo roll?
Did I? Wait, do I need to
No, you
roll
didn't.
another D20?
Yeah, D20.
Okay.
Don't roll a 1 now.
It's not a.
Alright, well, you discard 1. So, Pine is safe. Yep, Pine's the only one that's safe. Everyone else had a discard.
Oh, man. Here we go.
And the druid is gone again. I shoot him. Sadness.
How many do you have left, Volvo?
2.
I don't think you will have any.
God.
I don't think you have anyone to play if you can't make it through, man.
Same with me. I only got 2. So.
Oof.
Bye, Ochiro. Bye, Ochiro.
Alright.
How many does everyone have left?
I have 6.
I have
4.
4.
How many you have, Monster?
4.
Oh shit. It's getting so dicey, Jesus. Alright.
Well,
Just live.
Alright guys,
I know.
here it is. The fort is coming along together. You guys are muscling. Even parts of the building are built with the bodies of your comrades. You know, people are taking whatever belongings or golden materials or food. It is rough. I'm gonna roll me an event. Let's hope it's not too bad.
Ay, ay, ay. Oh no.
Okay, let's see who I roll with this one. 1. Okay. That's not good. Oh boy. Alright, well. It's a night attack. So. Here we go! So you're gonna try to roll to defend from this as best as possible. So it's a D20 plus 5, people. It's gonna be gnarly. Oh. Oof.
D20 plus 5?
Yes.
Okay.
Oof.
No.
Oh, the 20.
No.
Oh, okay, monster with a saving grace. Okay, so here we go. It's just a flat D20 from here, people. It's a flat D20 from here. All right, let's see who makes it.
Ooh, dang.
Holy shite. Okay. Now I'm gonna have to roll this one. Let's see how bad it is. Oof. Alright, so the ones that cost it is just monster. Alright, monster. You have to discard 3.
Ooh.
What good was my 20 then?
It helped with the bonus for the peeps for the luck roll here. Your bonus wasn't high enough. Sorry. Wait a minute, hold on. I think I might have read that wrong. Oh no, it's not a flat 3. It's just this. It might be. That's just 2.
Oh gosh.
Better, right? Alright, so Vovo. Okay, the bonus is not enough to save you, so you have to discard 1. Geek, you also have to discard 1.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you have to discard 1. It was the bonus from Monster and Pine is not enough to save your guys. So you must both discard 1.
Oh no.
Goodbye, my sweet, sweet cleric.
Things happen. Alright.
Well, the Winwood family is no more.
Oof.
Oh.
Damn.
The bloodline just ended.
Wiped
Dude.
out.
All right. Fort Bulwark has been successfully created. Let's get a head count. Well, how many do you have left? 1. All right, Meko.
Okay. I got 4.
All right, you need to pick one out of those 4 that you favor.
And a favor?
That you favor, that you would want to play. That's it. Geek,
Oh,
what do you
gosh.
have?
Just Duncan.
Jeez.
Pine.
I have 6.
Ooh, you got. Hey, yeah, there you. But yeah, bro, pick one. Pick one.
This
You.
is so hard.
This is really hard. Oh gosh.
All right, monster. How many do you have?
For
2.
me.
All right, pick which one you want to play or in favor.
Wizard or a cleric?
You know, Jaws is still alive.
Thank God.
Oh.
He would be a concept character for sure. He's a shark Mesitarian. Oh, this is beyond funny.
RNG. Okay. So.
Okay, I'm taking the cleric.
Okay. Volvo, what is your character?
Or am I? Yeah, I am.
He is the Blood Hunter.
All right. All right. Then Geek, what is your character? Duncan's a what?
A monk.
Okay.
Human.
And Mecha, who are you picking?
All right, they're all artificers, but it's a flavor issue here. So here's my options.
You put so many artifices to make one go through.
Here we go. I got a mountain dwarf artificer who he's like trying to get his family back clan into more honor and fame. So he's gonna be very boisterous and wants to accomplish things. I got Deke, never know what'll happen, where says, the guy with the Iron Man suit that says, don't call me Smalls. So there's him. And then there's the ectoplasmic shooter guy, that's the Warforged Daigoro. And then you got Jaws.
Well, you gotta pick one, buddy. All
I
right.
know.
Pine.
I'm looking to my group. Who do you want to interact with?
Honestly, I favor Jaws.
It'll probably
I'm also very partial, so
Jaws has to say.
It's Jaws.
Jaws. All right, we gotta go with Jaws then.
Let's look
All
at
right.
Jaws. The first
I'll
one
go
to
with
try
Jaws.
and the first one to die.
That was one of those questions that only has one right answer.
Nope.
Okay.
All right, Pine.
wow, this is really tough. You left me with 6 characters, so
And then.
and I have 2 that I really love.
Well, roll a dice. It helps that way. Or you
Yep,
can ask the
roll.
crew.
Yeah, well, I have 2 in total.
Woo!
Hey, I don't want to hear anything from anybody, okay? At least
Right.
you had more than one.
Right?
Both Geek and Bubble have one.
I feel like since you're bringing Johnson's, I'll do Layla.
Oh, you know it.
I'll
You
touch
know it.
her.
Oh yes. Now Jaws is like Jaws is just tears streaming down the face.
Yeah, I'll bring Layla in this for
Oh
this.
yeah, there we go.
Oh, damn it.
All right.
What class is Layla?
She's a totem, barbarian,
Oh,
wolf.
yeah. Love it.
Totem warrior. Yep. So we got a totem warrior. We got a cleric. What kind of cleric?
Follower of Sethronta, so...
Oh, life domain.
There we
probably,
go.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And then we have a monk of
The way of the 4 elements.
Way of the 4 elements. Oh, then that means you probably might know Lorik Shinsu. Lapaka, thank you for that follow. Because it's monasteries ain't shit. And then we have a blood hunter and an artificer.
You know it.
That is a really... That's a really ragtag weird combination.
Hey, look, we got a tank, we got a healer, and then we got support, and then we got one guy who's like a semi-caster, uses items to make magic happen.
An item answer, if you will.
Item answer, I love it.
Adamant's lol.
Who can't speak?
You cannot exactly speak.
Well, it's probably for the better, because if you were using a more, you know, a more common style of magic, he'd have to speak magic words and such, and
Exactly.
for a guy that's mute, that wouldn't end too well.
Yeah, about that.
Good thing I do rituals. My character does rituals instead for artificer.
He mouths the words, but nothing happens.
Oh god.
God.
I think this is gonna be an amazing campaign, guys.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
All right, so Fort Bulwark has been created, the last standing bastion of the Exodus expeditions that survived through the onslaughts. Friends, comrades, or what you adopted as family. Through the many days and weeks you held this fort, for many a bloody year, fighting, surviving, tears, sweat, and blood. And for those that go out, not many make it back. Some of you still recall your commanding officers that served with you.
Yep.
Everyone has been divided to their own devices. Then in full bulwark one day, the 5 of you, along with a few others, are brought forward. Those who had survived. Those who had seen the great horrors. You saw this man many years ago. I see you all have survived. Excellent. From here on forth, lives you had do no longer exist. No one knows who you are and life you lived. You're but ghosts and dead. You now work for the kingdom of Farsund, or Lord Shadowtongue's name. We're part of a group called the Eyes of Shadow. You will help uproot any rebellions, any who would dare harm the crown, the city, the kingdom. And forth you go, do his bidding. Forth you go into the great dark, into this expanse. Even have to lead the charge if you have to die. You will be gifted with almost partial citizenship rank. The rest you must earn. You have 7 rank and soldier rank that will be suitable. Was the task you have done at hand. Yet, his lordship is appreciative of your toils. Welcome to the Eyes of Shadow. And thank you for your hard work. He looks at, the group of you that survived.
This doesn't seem like something a life domain cleric would be fond of.
Nope, but what choice do you have?
Yep.
Man, Kyoko would have been perfect for this.
You can still switch if you want to.
No. I'm gonna stick with Layla.
So the thing is, with the character pools that you have, is this: your character pools are your character pools. If you ever want to do a character like swap out, it's basically like them like changing post, right? So eventually you can have like more characters of the regiment that you served with. So these people who got Exodus, there's really no turning back. They get supplies delivered to them, but they can't essentially turn back. But some are lucky enough to go back. Some may come back to report to you. Yet the life you live and the years that have gone by, literally what you left behind or was forced to left behind, it's no longer there, and a lot of you feel it within your hearts. It's very soul crushing in that way.
Is there like an Oathbreaker version of a cleric? Just out of curiosity.
Yes, it's called a death cleric of the death domain.
Oh.
Yep.
Layla goes, whoa. Partial.
Yeah, for Sethranta's like thing, it's as long as you treasure life and try to save lives and shit.
Like Jaws is just looking and making signs.
So-
excited now, going, "I'm a citizen." A what?
This is as far as the whole lot of you have gone thus far. Congratulations. Yet you look towards your future, all of you, and those who have survived. You look between each other. Who's next? How long can we live this life? Can we actually ever be free? Is this the right way? And are we enslaved for good? What good can we actually do? Is it even good at all? After so many horrors and so many nightmares, memories that you had, feelings that you had, were so numbed with the actions to this day. Even those of you who keep faith to yourselves or the faith from the gods. It's a new start, it's a different journey. Purpose is given to you. But purpose can also be made from you. What you seek out of this world. What can be done? Staying in the eyes of the shadow, would you adhere to it and keep in service, or somehow break away? Even if there may be a price upon your head. For now, you stay here on the frigid, cold fronts. In the Fort Bulwark. Eventually you will be sent to your own small encampment to deal with the dangers, just like many who go forth and never come back. You see now, as you gather all your belongings, you make way near the turmoil plateaus, past the flame spires. Settle. There are trees here. There's ice. It's not pure winter. Yet the fading has begun now as Alante begins her dance. The first of Lethal to the second of Lunaire. Long ago, it was the 1940th year of Alante's watch under the moon. Now 1944, onwards to 1945. A new year will come. It has been almost 5 years since your Exodus edition has begun. Now with your memories and purpose, the life you had back then that was so numbed is slowly coming back. You were so callous in your hearts and feelings that when it came to the defense of others and your own comrades, they came back to life. What's next? As you look upon the world, your eyes only saw the past, the present, but no future. Can you see a future? We'll see. Through your eyes of shadow. Alright guys, and now I'm going to show you this next part here. So here's a little bit lesson of the social hierarchy. Put this out so you can take a gander at it. So that's something to look for you guys. That should have popped up. Did it pop up for you guys?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, and this is your first encampment that you are literally given in charge of. Here we go. So it's a lot to throw at. These are the social hierarchy. So right now in equivalence, you have the 7 rank of 1, yet you also have the combination of a soldier rank of 1. The first encampment shows, you know, what you currently have, which is light barracks and underground mess hall, and a small little watchtower. And it's not even in the same area. The watchtower is actually a little bit ways off. And you work with some other folks who kind of stay around there. You have a current amount of funds stored in your area. Sometimes some traders or suppliers will come around and bring goods for you to buy, so that's maintain yourselves. You do have a monthly camp income that has to be steadied though, and the camp can be upgraded to an extent, and you all will receive a monthly salary of 20 gold. So there can be time skips if you wish to do it, but there's also events in between. So when your character gets paid, it's usually the first lethal of the first of said month time. There are routine expectors, and the one that comes to visit you is Kijul. There's a white dragonborn. He makes weekly trips every lunaire, so that's every second day of the week. So if you weren't here the last time, there's the calendar times handout that you all can see inside. You also have an NPC that's at your camp called Sam the Cook. Doesn't fight much, but he can if it wills it. But he's your cook. Very shoddy underground kitchen. So yeah, and here's what I'm going to show you guys right here. These are the folks that survived with you. I'm going to show it to you. These are the ones that survived the fight, your COs, and the victories you had in the area. What bulwark is a separate thing of its own, but yeah, there you go. So now you got to see what was up. So there you go. It may be a lot of information, but yeah, I went ahead and did a lot of shit. So hopefully that may be good food for your brains and an insight to how I prepare my games and what I do for y'all. So there you go, skadoosh.
Amazing.